Emmanuel Smith, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out to come on the show.
My pleasure.
So Emmanuel, everyone knows you're a singer and also the guy from Voice UK, The Voice UK.
Yeah.
We want to know more about Emmanuel Smith. So
Yeah.
aside from singing, what else do you enjoy doing?
Wow. I'm a motivational speaker as well. So I love to inspire people. If you see most of my social media posts, it's always about don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Because I've been through so many things in my life, and I like to use my life as an example to people to not give up, to just keep going as tough as it may be. Another thing as well is that I'm a mummy's boy. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not afraid to say it, but yeah, I love my mum because she's been there. She's been a solid rock for me throughout the years and everything. Yeah.
I saw that on The Voice. I was like, Emmanuel is a mummy's boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of your mum, I haven't heard you speak about your father.
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with him?
So. Unfortunately, I've not known my dad since I was born. So, we've not met in person. But my mom tried to connect us a few years ago, and we had a few conversations. But currently, the honest truth is that I'll probably just hear from him on my birthday, just to say happy birthday. But, I pray that one day our relationship will get, stronger.
So not having a father figure in your life, how, as a man yourself, how has that shaped you as a person now compared to back then?
Honestly, it's been difficult because if you don't have an example to look upon on how to be a man, it can be tough, especially in our society. But I thank God, being in a church, I have my pastor who's an example for me. I've had, I have a mentor as well who, I see him and his family, how he relates to his children. So I've had people in my life that have set good examples for me in being a man and being responsible. And also being the man of the house, I've had to step up and, know how to provide and know how to take responsibility. So it's been a learning curve. It's been a learning curve for me,
Because having a father figure, what some people do not understand is it plays a huge role.
It does. Yeah. I mean, how do you know how to be responsible? How do you know how to treat women? How do you know how to, be a provider, all of these, if you don't have an example of a father? So I feel like sometimes people who have fathers in their lives can take it for granted. But then again, I understand some of them because their dads might as well not be there, if that makes sense.
Exactly. So let's go back to your music.
Yeah.
How did your love for music start?
Wow, that's a good question. I actually come from a musical family. My granddad, who died, I think, a year or two before I was born, was a musical director in church. So apparently he had this amazing voice, which I'm so glad I didn't get to hear before he passed away. So I've kind of grown up in a household where, my mom was a singer, my aunties, all of that, they never really took it far, but at least they were in the church choir and everything. But my fondest memories of when I was young in Tema was me and my friends will gather the cooking pots and I'll get the broomstick, not the ones in UK, but the wooden one. And I'll use that as a mic stand and I'll be singing and my friends will be the band and all of that. So we'll stand outside our street and then be doing that. So I think for me, that's where my love for music really grew, and I just loved to sing.
So have you always sung gospel music from a young age?
Do you know, there was a band back in the day and they used to sing this God song. I'm sure it was a gospel, but that was like my go-to performance thing. I mean, I can sing it today, but I don't know what it means, so let me not sing it now and then, get in trouble. But I was also, when I was young, I loved to sing and dance. So they used to call me Bobby Brown because I used to do the Bobby Brown can't touch this.
Robot dance.
So I think for me, so I've always sang in church, always been, but the older I'm getting, I'm realizing that the gospel is not just about, oh Lord, we praise you, we lift our hands. The gospel is also about giving people hope. So I've been more open to writing songs that we talk about how I feel, what I'm going through and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So did you ever get any professional vocal training, or is it just natural talent?
So it was natural talent until I think it was in 2017. I went to an event and this youth event, and then there was this guy there called Jason Porter. So he was on The Voice the year before I was on, but that was before he went on The Voice. So now they called a guy to come and sing, and they put me after him. So he takes the mic, and as a guy, I'm just watching out like, okay, let's see what he's bringing.
Yeah.
He gets on the mic doing all of these skills. I'm like, okay.
Well, you sounded good just now, though.
No, but that was before.
Yeah.
This is 2017. So literally, then another event, same thing. They put him before me again. So I was like, nah. So I called him one time and I said, bro, can you teach me? So he gave me about 8 lessons. I paid for vocal lessons from him to refine what is there. Because I feel like for some of us Christians, we're always like, yeah, the anointing, but you have to work on the gift that He's given to you. Yeah.
So let's tell us a bit about The Voice.
Yeah.
You just touched on it.
Yeah.
I recall you saying in one of your interviews that you got rejected in 2015.
Yeah.
And you went back again in 2017.
Yep, got rejected again.
And that was for X Factor as well.
Yeah. So 2015 was for The Voice and for X Factor, yeah. So imagine this. I'd been singing in church that time. Church is giving you that confidence. Yeah, you can sing. So I went to this audition like, I'm good enough, man. I can do this. Queued for hours. I mean, there's thousands of people. This was for X Factor, and The Voice was like the following week. Got to my turn. They're like, "What song are you gonna sing?" And I sang I think it was John Legend, "All of Me," and sang for 30 seconds. The lady's like, "Sorry, today's gonna be a no." Like I was like, "Huh?"
After that long.
I just didn't believe it. I wanted to go back into the queue and come back. Maybe I'll get a different person. Yeah. The following week, I went for The Voice. While we sat in a room, the few of us here, and then whoever it is will stand in the middle, sing their song. Then we all go out the room. We come back. They've made the decision, and they'll be like, okay, so and so stay. The rest go home. So obviously, everyone sang. I've sang mine. We've gone to sit outside. The call is back in, then they're like, okay, now so and so stay, the rest you can go. Like I'm sitting there like, that's it. They're like, yeah, so went home. I mean, I was so disappointed. So 2017, I'm like, I'm gonna go for this again. And queued up for the X Factor one. And this time they said yes. So I'm like, oh yeah.
For the X Factor one.
For the X Factor one, so they said yes. So I thought that means you're going to the TV one. But obviously there was 2 more auditions before that. And they said yes for both again. So I'm like, wow, this time I'm definitely going there. I made it. Get to where Simon Cowell, all of these people are there. I'm there for 12 hours and then they're like, I'm sorry, so no. Like you have to, not the judges, they're like, there's not enough time to see them.
Oh, wow.
After 12 hours of waiting.
And they did not ask you to come back the next day?
That was it. So thank you, X Factor. Thank you. But yeah, at that time too, went for The Voice. They said no as well. So it was like, I just got upset and I said, maybe this is not for me. But God, if it's your will, then let something happen. Then the following year, which was 2018, I got emailed by The Voice and X Factor that they both wanted me to come and audition.
Wow.
Yeah, and then long story short, I ended up on The Voice.
Not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith, we know best. 'Cause nothing can get you by surprise. You've got this figured out, 'cause you're watching us and you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here and it's only because you made a way. You moved.
There's time for everything. That actually tells you there's time that
Honestly,
at that time it wasn't your time.
Yeah. And I feel like even at that time, I probably didn't even know who I was. Even as an artist, as a singer, I didn't know my sound. And is for you to go on these shows, it's very good to know your sound, because they can tell by, okay, this person knows what kind of artist they are.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was God's timing, it was the right time, and yeah, I'm just grateful. So sometimes getting rejected is not always a bad thing.
It's taking you to a different direction.
Definitely.
And it's a show that propelled your talent to millions of people.
Honestly.
And that's what has helped your career as well.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, for me, it's like, okay, before I went on the show, certain people knew me in the church scene, but this took me to a whole different, level where I'm walking on the street and I'm hearing bus drivers honking like, yeah, the guy, even till today. Yesterday I went out and I've got my face mask on, but my hair was all out, my beard, and someone still recognized me with the face mask on, like, you're the guy that sings. And so for me, it's propelled me, and I think one thing that helped is always my storyline. People could relate with my relationship with my family and how I came across. A lot of people love that, So it's honestly The Voice, meeting Will.i.am, Jennifer Hudson, all of these people, and being able to stay in touch with someone like Will.i.am. I mean, it's crazy to look on your phone and be like,
I have Will.i.am contacts.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, and it's been a blessing.
How was he like in person working with Will.i.am? He's clearly a creative guy.
He's something else. At the beginning of the show, they are not allowed for you to get too close to them, because they can't show no favoritism.